Welcome to the AFC East Roundtable, a weekly live show featuring top-tier insight, analysis, and heavy debates on all things AFC East from the best creators in the division, including Buffalo Bills creator Dan Mitchell, Miami Dolphins creator TD Finstock, New York Jets creator Richie from Jets Media, and finally New England Patriots creator Colby from Patriots Global. Make sure you catch the AFC East Roundtable live every Monday at 7 p.m. EST and Wednesdays at 6 p.m. EST on the AFC East Roundtable YouTube channel. AFC East Roundtable, we're live here on a Monday, recapping week number 5. Tonight's episode is going to be special, baby. I'm excited to be back home in New York. Not excited to talk about my squad, but we got a big-time shift of energy in this division after what happened last night on Sunday Night Football. The Miami Dolphins did what the Miami Dolphins do. The New York Jets did what the New York Jets do. But we had an AFC East battle on primetime Sunday Night Football, and oh boy, was it a thriller that came down to the wire. First thing I want you guys to do before we get into this show is go to the poll and let me know where you represent, because I got to see Patriots fans step up. I have no hope for Patriots fans on this show if they do not step up in the chat. So make sure you vote in the chat which fan base you're representing and hit that thumbs up button. And we got the usual suspects, Dan Mitchell, Tony Dow, and Colby wearing the victory shades. Colby, how you feeling, my guy?
Oh, but Dan, wait, hold up. Dan, I thought you guys were going undefeated. Dan, where's the victory shades? There's one thing you forgot when bringing in those rivalry snow jerseys, baby, is that it never snows in May. I miss the bright side now, baby. Let's go.
Wow, so Colby's bringing the juice. He got the victory shades on and everything. I don't see no smirk on Dan Mitchell's face anymore. Dan, how you feeling today, bro?
So I got to tell you what, man, this was a humbling experience for this team. And ironically enough, this Buffalo Bills team has not won a Week 5 matchup since 2022. So you know what that means? That means the Buffalo Bills aren't losing another game until Week 5 of next year. Damn. Listen, you could sit there and be like, oh, Dan's delusional history suggests otherwise. I'm just kidding. Look, I am excited to unpack this game. Surprisingly enough, I think a lot of my shit talk is going to be against my own organization, so opposed to the Pats. So the New England Patriots won the game fair and square. They made more plays than us. With Diggs looked incredible. Same thing with Drake May. And the Buffalo Bills, they played one of the worst games I've seen them play in probably a calendar year. But we will save that for when we get into the preview.
Oh, yeah, we will get into that game for sure. And then we have TD fresh off a win, because I really do believe, man, Colby, you have like 2 Patriots fans on the show now. He's abandoned the Miami Dolphins fan base, and he's shifted his focus to be a Patriots fan. TD, how you feeling on this Victory Monday?
I feel great. You can hate all you want, Richie. I just know ball. I just call it how I see it. I try to tell y'all what's going to happen. Y'all clown me every week. You know, and this time I said, all trolling aside, this is what's going to happen. We're going to get into it, but just remember, put some respect on my name. I know ball, okay? I know ball.
So you're 1 for 5, by the way, or 1 for 4. So you pick the Bills to lose every week, basically, and then you finally get one right. So now you know ball?
Yeah,
well,
is that what
I wasn't, you know, being
so that's
a
how
hater.
it goes.
I mean, you pick the Bills to lose every week, and then they finally lose, and now all of a sudden TD is the ball knower.
Hey, listen, he knows ball this week.
No.
He knows ball this week. Collectively, not so much.
I wasn't being a hater this time. I told y'all the previous 4 weeks I was being a hater, obviously. Yeah. But I told y'all before the week, I'm dead serious. I guarantee this time, all trolling aside, this is what's going to happen. And it happened exactly like that. And don't forget, we also need to run a segment talking about the best quarterback in the division, because that has changed. But we'll get to that.
Oh, boy. Wow. TD's coming out here on a heater from the car. Well, first things first, shout out to everybody tuning in the chat. I mean, TD and Dan and Colby, they got some energy. I'm bringing the juice. And listen, I got something to say real quick, because Pats Nation is here. Yo, Pats Nation, let's go. We on the rise. The first 2 super chats are from Patriots fans. And early on in the poll, all it took was a win. The Patriots are dominating the poll. I don't believe my eyes. 39% Patriots. 39% Patriots. Bills Mafia has disappeared. I don't believe my eyes. There's more Patriots fans in this chat when there's usually 9%, 8% Pats fans, and Bills Mafia's fell off. There's still 28% Bills fans, but usually the Bills Mafia dominates.
It's early. Don't worry, we're showing
I'm
up.
going to keep a close eye in this chat, man, because if Patriots...
How many Dolphins?
We got 25%
how many Patriots
Dolphins.
fans are in here? How many Patriots fans are in here right now?
40% Patriots fans
40%
right now.
Patriots fans. First off, where the hell have you fools been?
Preparing for
We're
the
back, baby. We're back, baby.
I haven't seen you in here since Mac Jones beat us 2021, and I was hearing, "Oh, Mac Jones, man, he's the guy. He's better than Allen." And the Bills' window's shut. Watch out for Mac Jones. Hey, listen, it's so
good. Mac Jones is better than Allen.
Back. I'm excited to see you back here. But don't worry. Of course, Bills fans will be here.
Yeah, man. Well, shout out to everybody in the chat. Make sure you vote in the poll. Let us know who you're representing. And we will get to all the super chats. The Patriots didn't beat the Bills. Who truly did?
It's
It's Hockey. It's Hockey, man. And you know what?
Are Bills fans going to be this ridiculous?
So a bunch of like 13-year-old kids would be like, "Oh, you can't pronounce his last name. You must not know ball." Relax, fool. Relax.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know any of the refs' names.
Yeah. And you shouldn't know that guy's name. All right. Look, once we end up getting into the preview, I do want to let everyone know, guys, all of those penalties that were called against the Buffalo Bills were fucking penalties. It was just undisciplined football. We typically just drew a ref that does not swallow the whistle, right? Like everything we did last night with a flag was something that we did. All right? Just because
on the Patriots too, Dan, by the way. 11 on you, 8 on the Pats.
Just because the referees most of the time swallow the whistle, all right? Maybe that last pass interference on Khalil Shakir, maybe I could say, all right, like you're going to swallow the whistle now, like come on. But everything the Bills committed, that was a penalty. That much I can tell you.
We'll get into it when
we
will
get into that. Go ahead.
Tom Brady with the super chat. Colby, Jets first team to start 0-5 without a takeaway. Glenn's 0-5 start is the worst in Jets history, allowing 31.4 points per game. Stab assaults the NJ Titanics.
Damn.
Well, thanks to this guy. That's just putting salt in the wound.
Down bad, man. Down bad, Rich.
That's just salt in the wound right there. We're not talking about it. I'm hosting. We're not talking. Never ran, never will. Hashtag here for Bob. Let's see it, Dan.
Bob got it, man.
Shout out Tony, man. Shout out Tony.
Poor Bob, dude. Getting assaulted, dude.
Bob was going through it last night.
Is that Mark
man.
Sanchez or is that
Oh, wow.
Sanchez, man. What a turn. What a story we didn't cover.
Yeah, we didn't cover that on 4th and Forever Day.
Yo, Sanchez, man.
You go from like, oh, God, is Sanchez, you okay? Oh, my God. And then like, you see what happened.
Like,
and then
never mind.
It was like, holy hell, was guy on bath salts or something like that? Like, what the hell? Like, made that dude go through that, man. Holy hell.
It's like, what a weekend to be a Jets fan, you know? It's just like,
you know what? Like, what was going through
the last quarterback that actually had the Jets in the playoffs being successful is Mark Sanchez, and now he's arrested, facing felony charges.
Been thinking about that butt fumble.
He hated being known for the butt fumble that bad. He was like, okay, I got to change that.
And you know what's funny about the whole being known for the butt fumble? I think only you guys know Mark Sanchez as the butt fumble guy. Us Jets fans, we anoint Mark Sanchez as the guy that actually is the last one to be successful with this organization, to bring us to 2 straight AFC championship games. I don't even remember the butt fumble. That's for you guys to laugh at him for.
Funny enough, Sanchez's last interview was with Josh Allen right before he just went crazy.
I know, I saw that.
Oh, boy. DD, member for 25 months. Can you imagine that? 25 months, that's over 2 years. What's up, everyone? May really is a top 3 quarterback. Fins up no matter what. Woof, we got some things to get into. We're gonna save the Bills and Patriots recap for the end. Save the best for last. Sure. And we'll start off with the worst of them all, the worst teams in the division, which is the Dolphins, losing to the Carolina Panthers with the final score.
Don't be disrespectful. Let's start out with the Jets, the worst team in the division. Let's start out with the Jets. Let's do this the right way.
No. Listen, I'm hosting, TD.
Worst is first.
Oh man, fine. We'll
Let's
start
knock
off with the
it out,
worst.
Richie. Come on.
We'll get the worst out of the way. I mean, really? I mean, listen, man. There's not much I'm gonna rant about on this freaking game. But yeah, man, Jets-Cowboys. Let's start off with this one. The Jets had a chance to get their first win of the season against the Dallas Cowboys, and it was an absolute nightmare, bro. And I'll just keep this, short and sweet because it's very obvious how the Jets lost this football game. It was one sequence. It took 2 minutes for the Jets to lose this football game. 2 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock in the second quarter before halftime. The Jets are down 10-3, and they're marching down the field about to tie it up 10-10. Knocking on the door, Breece Hall gets a first down run that would have set up first and goal at the 5-yard line. But instead, he fumbled the rock, turned the ball over in the red zone. Exactly what happened against the Dolphins. And what happened when the Jets turned the ball over against Miami on that first opening drive after having a productive, drive? Everything compounded and spiraled. The Jets don't know how to handle a turnover. It's like they make one mistake and then they just forget how to play football. And then after that, they let a 95-yard drive down the football field. The Dallas Cowboys score a touchdown. So it's a 14-point swing. You blink, it's 17-3. All right, well, let's go out there, maybe get some points before half. There's like a minute left. A minute left in the first half, right? And the Jets try to get some 3 points. No, 3 and out. Punt the ball to Dallas, score 17-3. There's like 45 seconds to go. The Cowboys has the best kicker in football. So you're like, oh, they could possibly get 3 points. That would be a disaster. Hopefully we can keep them out of field goal range. What happens on the first play? They hand it off to Javonte Williams. He goes 70 yards because we just missed every tackle imaginable. He gets tackled at the 3-yard line, and the next play is a touchdown. You blink, it's 23-3 at half. That's a wrap. Wrap it up. The Jets are not built to come back from that. And they lost that game right in that sequence. And then all from then on out, the Jets are just playing catch up. They're filling up empty stats. I mean, Justin Fields is the best fantasy football quarterback you can have because, boy, oh boy, is he going to be flooding those stat sheets and filling up those fantasy points. But it's just a disaster, man. The Jets defense is a disgrace on third down still. Just a lack of anything schematically that you can imagine. They're just showing their hand too early, and the Jets are not built to come back from behind from that magnitude, and the Jets fall to 0-5. It's a dark day. The Saints and the Titans, they both win, so the Jets are now the only team in the NFL without a win, and they have sole possession of the first overall pick in the 2025 Jets. That's all I have to in the 2026 NFL draft. That's all I have to say about this freaking team, man. It's just disappointing. Obviously, my expectations were not high entering the season, but to be down this bad through 5 games, I'll be honest with you guys, it definitely, irks Jets fans in ways that, we're hitting new lows. So, Dan, I'll give you your thoughts about this matchup between the Jets and the Cowboys. Yeah. I'm assuming you picked the Cowboys to win, so it's not shocking to you, but what are your biggest takeaways in that game?
So I got to tell you what, man, at one point it was 30-6. And then, of course, the New York Jets end up putting up 16 points in the fourth quarter, otherwise known as some garbage time. It's rough, right? Especially with the Dallas Cowboys team that did not have CeeDee Lamb. You had a guy named Ryan Flournoy. I had no idea who the hell that guy was. 6 receptions, 114 yards, absolutely destroying the secondary. Followed by a fool named Hunter Lupke. All right, who's that? All right, who is that? I think that there are some big question marks when it comes into this Jets team. But again, I do at least want to provide some perspective for some Jets fans out there. I think this is normal with the new head coach. And you end up looking at a lot of different Jets fans saying, oh my God, is he...
What was that?
Did someone just fart in the mic?
Yeah, it was TD coming back.
Okay, I thought TD just farted in the mic and just left, like one of the two.
I don't know where TD went.
I was shocked. Chat, let me know if I'm crazy. I thought someone just ripped one right in the mic. But no, I honestly think that it follows a very similar path of a brand new head coach. I'm not sure if this Jets organization is going to be patient, though, right? And that's my fear. I think I wouldn't put it past Woody Johnson to go on ahead and just fire him midway through the season. How I look at the Jets and any sort of head coaching move, your first year, that guy does not have the personnel that's going to be able to run his system. He knows that, right? I think next offseason, that's when you start to see some pretty big name players get the boot or / get traded. And he starts bringing in some new guys that run his overall system. I know Jets fans are frustrated with his antics, how he handles the media. At first, you were celebrating him by doing that, but unfortunately, wins have not been added to the equation here. I don't really see a path for the Jets to win more than 3 to 4 games this year. I could be wrong. Maybe. I suppose their schedule does lighten up a little bit. But I still think that this is year one. And I honestly think that Aaron Glenn went into this season knowing that this was going to be the results. Because, again, he doesn't have the personnel that he envisions for this Jets team. So I'd recommend being somewhat patient.
Yeah. Jets fans don't know what patience is. We've been bad 14 years in a row. So the word patience is something that Jets fans just don't want to embrace, which I totally understand. But at the end of the day, man, if you are a Jets fan, expect the greatest right away. I don't know. But we did not expect it to be this bad. And that's where it's just really frustrating as a Jets fan. And I agree what you said there, Dan. Just from this perspective alone, this roster was inherited by Aaron Glenn and Darren Muji, and you can tell that they're establishing an identity, and they're going to weave out the guys that fit the culture, the guys that don't. And the big question, of course, is going to be, when will there be a breakthrough? Will there be a breakthrough like the Detroit Lions had when Aaron Glenn was a DC? Or is this just another head coach, first-time head coach is going to get fired? I don't think the Jets are going to fire him midway through the season. I also have a hot take. Even if the Jets go 0-17, which is not happening, by the way. Let me say that. I don't think Aaron Glenn's getting canned. I really think that the Jets are going to give him an opportunity to build this team the right way. Saleh got 4 years. I'd be shocked if Glenn gets fired after the first year. Colby, your thoughts of that Jets and Dallas game? And yeah, any takeaways you have? And TD's coming back, guys. He's just entering his studio now, so TD will be back in a minute.
Yeah, so I look at this game, and obviously I didn't pick the Jets to win. And look, I'll be completely honest with you. Well, I didn't have the Jets being a great team this year. I did think that they would be better than they have been. And look, it's just the beginning of the season, and there's a lot more football to ultimately still be played. All we can go off of is what we know. I'm not going to be delusional, and I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to tell you that the Jets are going to go on some winning streak, or they're going to start winning games, or that, by the end of the season, Aaron Glenn is going to actually look like a competent head coach. I'm not going to say these things because so far we've seen the exact opposite of that. And until I see these things come to fruition, I'm not going to say that they are going to happen. And it's just, it really mind boggles me that the way that the Jets are showing promise is the way that we weren't ultimately expecting. Like, I think this offense under Justin Fields has been better than we ultimately projected that it was going to be. I think Breece Hall has been better than we projected him to be. We thought this team was going to struggle on the offensive side of the football, was going to be inconsistent, but the defense was going to be what kept them in these games with a top 10 defense that even had the potential to be top 5. The defense is absolutely terrible, and it's what's killing you, and it's what's losing you games. And the crazy part to that is that Aaron Glenn is supposed to be this defensive-minded coach. So with that being said, he should be able to make this defense look a lot better. And I'm sorry, but I'm not going to buy into this philosophy that, the roster isn't exactly what he wants yet. Yes, that is certainly part of the reason. But if he is going to be a head coach that excels a team past its limitations, if he's going to be the franchise head coach for the New York Jets, then he should be able to make this star-studded defense look a lot better than in reality it's playing. And I said this last week, but I just don't feel like I'm seeing the Jets trending towards something. I don't feel like they're building up to something. It's just loss after loss after loss with a disappointing defense that has a lot of great players but isn't playing up to expectations or not being put into positions to succeed. And they're also shooting themselves in the foot. Penalties are a real problem with this team. Another 11 penalties for the Jets in this game. So, look, I look at Aaron Glenn, and I'm not hitting the panic button yet because we're only heading into week 6 of his career. But I will say is that if this trend continues for the entire 2025 season, then week 1, because I don't believe he's going to get fired. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think you guys are going to pull Gerard Mayo. But I do think that week 1 of 2026, if this keeps going on, then Aaron Glenn is immediately starting the season on the hot seat because this is not the expectation. A good coaching staff makes a bad roster look good. A bad coaching staff makes a good roster look bad. And right now, that's what this coaching staff is doing, in my opinion.
Yeah, well said. And I definitely, hear you on a lot of those takes. TD, I know you just joined back, but we heard from Dan and myself and Colby about the Jets and the Cowboys game. Any thoughts now that you're back home?
Yeah, the Cowboys, they're a good team. And the crazy part about that game is that the Cowboys were banged up. They were missing 4 of their 5 linemen, one of them being an all-pro. Their weapons in CeeDee Lamb and Turpin were out. You let a undrafted rookie go for 114 yards in this game. Yeah, the Jets are the worst team in the NFL. They're the worst team in the NFL. And I don't, it ain't no need to debate it. The Jets are the worst team in the National Football
You don't have to
League,
say it
okay?
like 4 times in a row. We get the point. Okay.
Okay, all right. I'm glad you get the point. But for those in the back, the Jets are the worst team in the National Football League, okay? They're going to get the #1 overall pick. And listen, at least they got flexibility. They can get a quarterback or they can trade it out and get more assets for the future. But, yeah, man, Richie, man, start your mock drafts. And I told y'all this preseason. Jets fans. I said, you're going to be even worse. Y'all going to be even worse. You know, man, I've been right about too many things lately, man. I just been right about too much lately.
Dude, you have never been right.
It's like you're like batting like 150 and you're celebrating.
No, Richie, didn't I tell you you're the worst team in the league? Didn't I tell you you're the worst team in the division? Didn't I tell you that?
Yeah, through
before the
5
season
weeks
even
we are.
started?
Let's not act like, we're just 1 game behind you.
Yeah,
It's
you're
not like
still
you're-
worse. You're still the worst.
At this point, I mean, we still got a lot of season left.
You're going to end the worst.
No, we won't.
All right,
Y'all be in
man.
the basement.
4 wins, Richie. 4 wins. Book it.
All right, we'll see. Now, before we move on, I just want to get your guys' thoughts about something that is heavily debated amongst Jets fans. Here's a graphic of Justin Fields' numbers throughout the season, and there's a lot of context that I think deserves to be made with these numbers, because on the surface, these are great numbers. A near 70% completion percentage, 4 passing touchdowns, 3 rushing touchdowns, no interceptions. He does have 2 fumbles lost, so he does have 2 turnovers. That's not on here, which definitely you want to add to it. 100 rating and over 200 rushing yards. But the problem with these stats, there's 2 things here. Yes, they're all coming in garbage time. Everyone understands that. When the Jets are down by 3 scores, that's when these numbers are coming from. But I'll also argue this. The Jets are also changing their play calling. They're not allowing, there's no aggression and there's no sense of urgency out of the jump. They're just running the ball. My question to you guys is, do you think the Jets should show a little bit more sense of urgency and play the up-tempo, throw the football down the field more often and not wait to be down 3 touchdowns? Garrett Wilson had 1 catch at halftime, and then he finishes the game with 6 catches, 70 yards, and a touchdown. I feel like there should be a shift of a sense of urgency. Let Justin Fields rip it like earlier in the games and don't wait to be down 3 scores, because the philosophy of running the football and playing elite defense is not going to work. Only 50% of that's working. They're running the ball, but they're not playing great defense. So that's the formula that they went into the season with, and it's obviously failing. So, Colby, what's your thoughts about Justin Fields so far this season? Because it's a big debate amongst Jets fans.
Yeah, he's been better than I ultimately projected. There's been some inconsistencies. Obviously, there's been some problems with injuries nonetheless, but I thought he's played more positive games than negative games. I think that's been probably one of my big takeaways. Now, we have a longer season to ultimately go here. There's a lot of football to still be played, not even at the halfway mark, just finished the quarter way through. So we still got to see a lot more of him before we really solidify what he is. But I've been pleasantly surprised. As for your take about should they push the football down the field, I think you need to take shots down the field just to make a defense respect you over the top and not crowd the box and take everything away underneath. But the problem with the Jets is that outside of Garrett Wilson, I'm just not sure if they have the personnel right now under Justin Fields to be able to consistently push the ball down the field. We knew that they were going to be a run-heavy offense. That was going to be their identity. But I think in order to get that respect over the top, it doesn't have to come by getting a 50-yard bomb every single game and him connecting with Garrett Wilson or Mason Taylor every single game. But it just comes with, okay, we're going to take shots down the field. And at some point, the defense has to say, if we, just stack the box and don't play deep, at some point, Justin Fields is going to hit one of these big plays. So that's where I would kind of transition the offense a little bit.
Yeah, I agree. I think that the overall Justin Fields experiment 4 weeks in is definitely an interesting one. Dan, you have any thoughts about Justin Fields? Because he was 4-2 with the Steelers and was not putting up great numbers. Now he's putting up good numbers, but he's 0-5. So what's your thoughts and evaluation of Fields so far with the Jets?
So I think that it's a failed experiment. I think that he's not a good quarterback. I still think that there are some issues where he has a hard time being able to read more advanced disguise coverages. I don't think that it's much of a surprise that his numbers are, at least on paper, improving, especially with how often the Jets have been playing by such a significant margin down with their opponents. Like when you start to see those crazy leads, like 2-3 score leads, that's typically when defenses end up really transitioning back into the prevent style. Like you're seeing DBs line up an entire zip code off the line of scrimmage, like 2 high safeties. Like you'll see these quarterbacks that relatively struggle sort of with accuracy improve significantly because they're just taking everything underneath like wide open. I don't think that he's the guy. I still think that there are a lot of issues. I like that he's bringing that like mobility aspect to the game by itself, but I think that we needed to stop protecting him. And so at this point, I just don't think that he's a quality NFL quarterback at this point. And I think you guys need to go back to the drawing board.
Any final takes on that, TD, before we move on about your thoughts of Fields throughout his first 4 games as a Jet?
Yeah, I agree with Dan here. It's some of it is garbage time or late game comebacks, trying to, which are not as hard of yardage to gain. The stats, and here's the deal. Here's proof. Richie, you said it yourself. They'll run all game. Then when you're down big, all of a sudden they want to open it up when the team goes into a prevent. And here's where I feel bad for Jets fans. And this is what you struggle with, Richie. You actually struggle with what I'm about to say. You don't know how to identify when a team is tanking. You do not know how to identify that the New York Jets are tanking. Okay?
Define tanking.
The tanking is running the ball all game, knowing that ain't going to be good enough, and then all of a sudden got your quarterback looking like he halfway decent at the end. That's design. Otherwise, you'd have better balance throughout the game, even starting from the beginning.
So you're saying, to elaborate on that take, you're saying Aaron Glenn's telling Breece Hall to fumble.
No. I'm not saying
because the fumble is why
everything. But your game plan still isn't good. The game plan still isn't good, regardless. It's not.
The problem with the game plan, it is working, but then they shoot themselves in the foot when they fumble at the 1 yard line last week, and then they fumble in the red zone this week, and they turn the ball over.
Guess what? They know they got a fumbling crew. Keep running the football.
And then they abandon the game plan because they have to. I mean, I don't know.
The Jets are tanking.
You think they're tanking for a better draft pick? That's your take?
Listen, at this point, you got to go 10-2, which ain't happening. So what benefits you got? Make your draft pick worse?
I just don't see that. You're right. I don't agree with what you just said, because there's no way Aaron Glenn is going out there and just taking all this and going to go out there and try to lose every single game. But that's enough Jets talk, especially after TD taking it that direction. Let's get into the worst team of the division, the Miami Dolphins, the team that could not beat a team that got annihilated by the Patriots. So let me just show you guys how broken the NFL is, while wide football in this league is very unpredictable, okay? The New England Patriots lost to the Miami Dolphins in week 2. The New England Patriots annihilated and dominated the Carolina Panthers.
You say the Patriots lost to us?
The New England Patriots beat the Dolphins.
We beat the Dolphins.
I'm sorry. That's what I meant to say. The New England Patriots beat the Miami Dolphins. We all knew that. And then the Patriots dominate the Panthers.
Yeah.
You would assume the Miami Dolphins would be able to beat these Panthers that got annihilated by the Patriots. I meant to say you're competitive with the Pats, right? It was a good game. But then you can't lose. You can't even beat the Panthers. So, TD, why don't you let us know what went wrong in that game? Was it Tua? Was it the inability to come back? Was it the Panthers? Was it the defense? Sound off about that game yesterday.
It was the entire team. The entire team, okay? The defense couldn't stop the run to save their life. The Dolphins couldn't run the ball to save their life. Then when the defense finally got some stops, they had 7 possessions in a row. The first possession, the Dolphins defense held them to a field goal. The second possession, the Dolphins defense held them to a field goal. Then 5 straight possessions, the Dolphins defense forced the Carolina Panthers to punt the football. You couldn't ask for a better 7 possession stretch, 2 field goals and 5 punts. And we're already up 17-0 at that time. So if you're up 17-0 and your defense gives up 2 field goals and 5 punts, it's the offense's job to keep the lead or extend it, and they didn't do it. And then when the defense started getting rough again, which it was only a matter of time, The Carolina Panthers came back and they took the lead and they won the game. The offense has issues. The defense has issues. The coaches have issues. Everything in Miami is a big issue. So the Miami Dolphins are in their own mode where they probably need to start tanking and trading assets away for the future. We have come to that realization. No need to sugarcoat it anymore. It's time for us to get to a better day sooner rather than later. We're a bad team, not the worst team. Thank God for that. That's reserved for the Jets. But we're a bad team. And I'm not sugarcoating it anymore. I'm not finna, oh, yeah, blah, blah, blah. No, we are a bad football team. And a few people are going to get fired soon. So it's just a matter of time.
Wow. TD admits the truth on this show. He admits the truth on his own channel, but it's rare he does it on this one, the AFC East Roundtable. Dan, your thoughts of the Miami Dolphins having a comfortable lead at one point and squandering it to the Panthers? Your boy Bryce Young, are you back on the train?
Dude, you know what? As soon as when I'm ready to give up on Bryce Young, he reels me back in. Dude, he reels me. No, I'm just kidding. He is an awful quarterback as well. Here's how it works out for like this Dolphins team. I think they just need to pull the trigger, right? Like they just need to fire Mike McDaniel right now. And they need to get rid of Chris Greer this offseason. I'm not sure if a GM has ever been fired in the smack dab middle of a season before. I think it's typically head coach first and then the GM goes during the offseason, but they are just so dangerously close to, like, my question is, what are they waiting for, right? He's so clearly not the answer, especially with Tyreek Hill being gone. I thought I heard a report coming out that it sounds like that like Tyreek is going to be released this offseason once he comes off. So it's pretty clear that all of the dominoes are lining up. Again, I'm not surprised by this. I picked the Dolphins to win this game. And for the first half of football, I thought that I was right. But unfortunately, you know, here we are, 1-4. And the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets are sitting smack dab in the basement.
The New York Jets.
The Jets are sitting in the basement of
with the Miami
AFC
Dolphins.
East with the Miami Dolphins.
Colby, any added thoughts on the Miami Dolphins losing to the Carolina Panthers, a team that your Patriots completely tore apart?
Yeah, the Patriots annihilated the Panthers last week. I mean, I know the score is 42-13, but that was a garbage time touchdown. The Patriots really only allowed them to get their opening drive score of 6. And outside of that, they didn't let them score. And I remember after that game, the narrative in this chat was, oh, well, it's just the Panthers. That doesn't mean much. All right, well, then how come the Miami Dolphins were not able to beat them? Not even slightly beat them. I don't care how they beat them, confidently, slightly. They didn't beat them, period. They lost to the Carolina Panthers. And I think that people need to look at this game and maybe not even have a takeaway about the Miami Dolphins, but at this point, just have a takeaway about the New England Patriots and understand that dominant win they had actually is more of a statement than people did give it credit for. But look, I mean, there's not really too much to say about Miami. We know the trajectory they're on. We know they're going to have a top 5 pick or top 10 pick, top 5 possibly at that. It's just only a matter of time before they start selling off pieces by the trade deadline, before they start firing their coaching staff and they hit an immediate rebuild this offseason. You let Rico Dowdle go for, over 100 on you. This guy was killing you, and he's running back too with Chuba Hubbard out of this game. So, again, you guys had an opportunity to win, but you guys shot yourselves in the foot, and you allowed a team to come back from behind that has shown promise in the past, and they showed that promise in this game, and that's kind of that.
TD, any, signs of hope? Like, are you in tank mode as a Dolphins fan? Like, who do you got this week coming up?
The Chargers.
Oh, yeah.
Are you hoping the Chargers beat you so you can go on TD Sports Talk? Be like, I told y'all, Herbert. Like, what's your overall,
We getting smoked.
But do you want to get smoked?
Smoked by the Chargers.
Are you in tank mode? You just said the Jets are in tank mode. Are you as a fan, forget if the Dolphins are in tank mode. That's not my question. Are you as a fan out there on your live streams going to be rooting for a win, or where's your head at with this Dolphins team right now? Because on one side, you want the whole squad, the whole team to get purged, and winning will only prevent that.
So, Richie, they broke me. They broke me.
That was me last year. Yeah, I get it.
This was the week. It's the Panthers, right? It's the Panthers. Okay? And I said, you know what? Even though I know we're probably not going to make the playoffs, I want my team to give me 8-9 wins and be competitive so I can be entertained during the season. And when we lost to the Panthers, they broke me. I don't care if we win another game. What's the purpose? I ain't one of those fans that, oh, if you're a real fan, you root no matter what. Shut up. That's why we've been 25 years of not winning nothing. We need a change at GM, head coach, and quarterback. We need to rebuild this thing all the way over. So you know what? Give me the best draft pick I can possibly get for the new regime to hopefully pick the future tackle or quarterback in next year's draft. And if that guy ain't it, hopefully 2 years after that, we pick it another one. I'm convinced now. Screw all this building. You know if you have something or you don't. You remember Drake May last year? He had nothing around him. Nobody asked him to be a superstar, but he showed promise. Nobody asked him to be everything, but he showed promise. And then you look up today and he the best quarterback in the division. You can't make this stuff up. So we'll get to that, by the way. But yeah, man, I'm done, Richie. Every loss we get is actually a win at this point. I don't care. Why do I care about? Oh, we beat the Chargers! Yay! We might go 7-10. No, I'm not one of those delusional fans thinking that you have to root, and be happy. You want them to win no matter what. We're 0-15. You should want them to win this. Man, leave me alone. We got our one win. I don't want to go winless, so we got our one win. Give me the best draft pick that I could possibly find.
So what's your energy on Sunday for the watch party?
Listen, my energy is really watching the foot, just like the Jets. This is what y'all should be. I'm in evaluation mode. What young pieces should we be focusing on making?
Yeah, but I'm still rooting for wins because I want Aaron Glenn to start winning. That's a difference. We have our coach that we're hoping.
That's your business, Richie. You keep on. I'm telling you now. You either luck out and get the elite quarterback of the future, or you need to give yourself the best chance to do it. We gotta stop looking.
I look at the lottery as a ticket, man. It's a lottery ticket. These draft picks. Getting a high draft pick does not guarantee you nothing.
Richie, it's like, say there's a 1 out of 100 chance, right? If you got the number 1 overall pick, it might be a 15 out of 100 chance. So it is a lottery, but your odds are better. We need to stop acting like probability versus possibility. Any pick is possible, but why aren't you maximizing your probability? So you can keep on running the narrative, oh, it's the lottery. I can find a guy at 9 or whatever it may be. Yeah, the odds are way less than finding.
Yeah, but the last thing I'll say of that is you have a coach you want to get rid of. I have a coach that I want to prove that he's the guy. That's why I want to start winning now. Like, go win football games right now. Even if it doesn't lead to a playoff berth, I got to see something, man. I can't go 0-1-16 or 0-17 and have any optimism for Aaron Glenn's future. Like, I need to see this coaching staff. This is the coaching staff that we want to be part of it. We want to believe in this coaching staff. You want to get rid of your coaching staff to bring in new guys. So I think that's the difference between the Jets and the Dolphins, which is why I rather see wins right now rather than just tank and just lose every single game, because then we're going to have conversations to get a brand new regime in here after year 1. I don't want that.
Yeah, but you have to stop thinking it's just about wins, given your circumstance. Did the Lions fans want to see wins Dan Campbell first year?
Yeah.
And what happened?
They didn't get it.
Did that tell you? Did that tell you he was a bad coach?
At the time,
when half the season was horrible, did that tell you he was a bad coach? Stop wanting to see wins. That don't tell you when you don't have the personnel. It will not tell you anything. It might even lie to you. Until Aaron Glenn has the personnel in the team that he picks, everything else could lie to you. Don't fall for it.
We'll see.
The process, Richie.
I will. I mean, I've been trusting the process since I was born. Well, that's your Jets and your Dolphins conversation. I know you guys are probably sick and tired of hearing about it. We got a Monday Night Football game tonight. A Monday Night Football game between the Chiefs and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And the cool thing about what Sleeper is giving us right now, it's free $20. Free money! Bang! If you guys want to go over to Sleeper, you guys can get $20 of free money by simply clicking the link at the top of the description using our code RTS, and they will give you $20 of free money to sign up to Sleeper today. So make sure you guys go over to Sleeper, and you guys will get an opportunity to get $20 of free money on Sleeper. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? So big time shout out to Sleeper, proud sponsor of the whole network all season long. They are proud sponsors, and we got a big game on Monday night. No team in the AFC East is part of this, but again, they are giving you $20 of free money. As you guys can see right here, no deposit is even needed. If you use our code RTS, you will get it by using our code RTS. So a big shout out to Sleeper for being a proud sponsor of the channel. All right, let's do it. The proud sponsor. Now let's get into one Patreon caller, and then we'll get into the next game. JT, you're live.
Yo, what's up, boys? How we doing tonight?
What up, man?
Good, man.
Doing all right. So I want to say the tanking talk is a little bit of nonsense. Aaron Glenn ain't tanking. He is evaluating. You're right with the evaluation thing, though. He is evaluating his roster right now. And I agree with Dan and Richie that it's going to take time. This was never going to be a process. Richie's been preaching it from early on, saying it's going to get extremely ugly before it gets anything good. And so I'm going to say on Colby's point, he said about the penalties and everything, about how that's on the coaching. This team has been the most penalized team for how many years in a row now? It's a player issue, I think, with the
And your coaching staff sucked.
Well, what do you expect his new coaching staff to do with players?
Yeah,
that
but
just
it's the
commit
same
penalties
players
left and
laying
right?
over from the last coaching
football?
staff.
Play disciplined football, be exactly what we thought Aaron Glenn was going to be. Maybe use your personnel to their strengths. I don't know. Like, why are we giving this guy excuses?
Okay, yeah, but listen to what I'm saying, though. Players that have held their whole career are not going to just stop because the coach tells them to stop, bro. Like, you're
gonna be disappointed
Sauce
again.
Gardner's handsy. That's been his game his whole time, and he's getting the calls. Like, these are players that are getting called because of the way they play, and you can't just tell him to stop holding, and he's going to stop holding. That's
Who
my
y'all talking about? Sauce Gardner?
I didn't point him out specifically. I'm talking about your team as a unit,
Y'all talking
Well,
about Sauce
and that's
Gardner?
one of several points I made.
like this. Yeah, I know you perked up when I brought that out, TD. But like what I'm saying is this offense is moving, and then the penalties and the fumbling stops it. Glenn can do all he wants, and the players won't just fumble because they won't stop fumbling because he's telling them to stop fumbling. It's a player issue. There's a big player issue here in New York.
Thanks for the call,
Also
JT.
the lack
And-
of discipline.
let me just add what JT is trying to say, what he said so eloquently, which I think people are not understanding, is, yeah, we're holding our coaches accountable, but you got to hold the players accountable too. It's just not just like the biggest scapegoat for issues is the coach. I'm holding these Jets players accountable as well. Like, yeah, the coach has got to preach, but the players got to go execute, man. And they got to be better. And that's all we're saying. Because the Jets have been the most penalized team since Robert Saleh. This is the same players that's making the same issues. And yeah, there's a discipline issue. But at the same time, it's up to these players to go out there and know when and when not to make these boneheaded penalties.
Richie,
so that's
can we
where it's a
agree, though?
balance.
Can we agree, though, that the Jets are not playing up to the talent level that is on their roster?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's
That's
also
on
an
the coach.
argument where we overrated our talent. There's also a talent issue outside. There's players on this defense that are starting right now that don't belong to be in football, that do not belong to be in the NFL. And that's the reality, too.
Too much excuses.
He's not getting much excuses. Do you see what people are saying about Aaron Glenn and what people are talking about with him? We're not giving him excuses, but I also think there is a legit... There's a legit. So don't talk about us then if you don't pay attention. Why are you talking then?
I don't know. I don't pay. No, you said, do you pay attention to what people are saying about Aaron Glenn? No, I don't pay attention to what people are saying about Aaron Glenn.
So that's what I'm
talking about
saying.
what I'm seeing from the team myself with my own
Well,
perspective.
you just
I
said
don't
we're
need other
making
people's opinions
excuses
back on
for
my
him,
own.
and then you say you don't see what people are saying. So
Because what I'm saying is that, yes, the penalty problem, that is also on the players. The Patriots are one of the most penalized teams, but they're still succeeding. Why? Because the Patriots don't have a great roster, but they have a coaching staff that is putting their players in a position to succeed and excelling that team past their limitations. What
And
I'm
I think
saying
the
Aaron
biggest
Glenn hasn't
difference,
done
too, though,
but this offseason, Richie, we talked about how, the Jets are the best in the AFC East in this category, in that category, in that category. We really talked up this New York Jets team, and now we're trying to say, well, the roster's actually not that good. It's like, no, it's not a great roster. I'm not saying all the pieces around it are fit for Aaron Glenn's system, but what I'm saying is that you are a winless team, and you're getting beat week after week after week after week, looking absolutely terrible because the players that are supposed to be performing up to par for you are not. And at some point, that does come down to the coaching staff.
No, absolutely. And the biggest issue I have with the coaching staff is this, and I said it in the recap. One mistake and one penalty, one turnover compounds into just a spiral. And I think, like you said, the Patriots, they have penalty issues, but they don't let it be their kryptonite. The Jets got these issues, and they allow it to be their kryptonite. That's the biggest thing that Aaron Glenn's Jets got to figure out how to do. When there's a piece of adversity that strikes in a game, you can't let it spiral out of control. So that's the biggest problem with Aaron Glenn's New York Jets. Now, we're gonna save the rest of the Patreon callers for after we get into these games. Come on, TD.
Dude, left at the best
It's
moment.
like right when we
talk about the game, bro. The game.
It's like he just poof. TD, man. All right. Well, we'll let Colby get the floor since you are the winner here.
Actually, I want to hear from Dan first. I've been really eager to hear from Dan, and he might say some blasphemy. So in case he does, I just want to be able to rebuttal that. So I actually want to give the floor to Dan.
But there's no
Surprisingly
TD.
enough.
There's no TD here, so that stinks. He'll be back. But Dan, the floor is yours. The New England Patriots went out there and there he is. Okay. TD, can you stop dropping out when we're trying to talk about the biggest game of the week?
Yeah,
Don't you go anywhere.
I'm having an audio issue.
All good. I'm just joking.
Audio
around with you.
issues.
Dan, the floor is yours. The New England Patriots come in there, beat the Buffalo Bills for the first time in Buffalo and God knows how long. And also, I found out recently this was the first time the Buffalo Bills lost a turnover battle since I think 2022 or 2023, something wild like that. So Dan, the floor is yours. What happened in this game?
It's been a long time, man. First off, I know a lot of people are waiting for me to go out and say, it was the refs, or it was the defense, or it was this, it was that. Like, no, listen, I'm giving all the credit in the world to the New England Patriots. They made less mistakes than we did, and they capitalized. And with Drake May looked great, so did Stephon Diggs. He had an incredible game. He was cooking absolutely everybody all over the field. And it's funny because I look at where Bills fans' mentality is going, and there's almost like this unspoken truth that criticizing the offense is like a cardinal sin, and you can't do it. But that is precisely what lost us this game, ladies and gentlemen. Like, you cannot win a football game when you turn the ball over 3 times. There was a jet sweep to Dawson Knox that he had no idea was coming, fumbled the football. Thankfully, we were able to get the ball right back on the very next play. So that at least seemingly wiped that gaffe away, followed by the fumble, which placed the New England Patriots on their own 12-yard line from Keon Coleman. And then obviously the interception from Josh Allen in the red zone, where he ended up squeezing it down into double coverage, giving the Patriots yet again another opportunity. Like, the biggest thing about this team, and like what most Bills fans always say, is like, oh my God, it's the defense. It's the defense, man. Like, that's the problem with this squad. Guys, all of the things that we criticize our defense over, they showed up, right? Like, all of us say that we have an awful third down defense. Well, we held them to converting 33% of those last night. All we say is, oh my God, like, we're going to get destroyed by the ground game and the running backs and a mobile quarterback. Like, we held Drake May to 3 carries for 12 yards. We held their running backs as well to about 3.8 yards per carry. So while I know that Tre'Davious White was getting destroyed out there by Stephon Diggs, what do we expect here, folks? Like, what do we expect? Like, we're talking about a veteran that's coming off of 2 major lower leg injuries. The defense is the defense, right? And if you're not mad at the offense for not being able to go out and score 30-plus points for a game, which we typically always do, I'm not sure which game you're talking about. Like, I'm not sure what game you're watching, right? We're not going to be able to fix our defensive woes. Our defense is our defense, right? But, like, what you need is more consistency from this Buffalo Bills offensive side of the ball. Now, how I look at it, and again, and this New England Patriots team won the game, and they did, right? And they won 23-20. It's something that's encouraging from my end. It's because this happens each and every single year. I joked around earlier on this episode where I said that the Buffalo Bills haven't won a Week 5 matchup since 2022, right? It's now 3 years in a row where, like, we completely just, like, have one of these games where our offense just seems anemic and nothing's happening. I'm not sounding the alarm bells. right now. I'm not doing it, right? Like, I know for a fact that this team, just based off of the regime and the coaching staff, you already know what's going to happen. Like, we're going to rattle off probably about 7 to 8 wins in a row, scoring well over 30-plus points. And, I mean, when we face the Kansas City Chiefs in the divisional or the, like, conference championship game, who knows? We'll probably get sent home again. I don't know. But I do know when I see offensive showouts from this team, like, going into it, it's not something that's a trend. So don't let other fan bases, when they see that their team loses a bad one, that's typically a sign that that's their season and that's going to be a trend for the remainder of the year. It's not the Buffalo Bills, right? Now, I'm very interested to see how this New England Patriots team plays throughout the remainder of the season, because I do recall that we had some similar energy in this live chat 3 years ago when Mac Jones beat us 14-7 in the first matchup in Buffalo in a very windy game. And, I mean, we're hearing a lot of things, right? Like, being like, oh, it's Mac Jones. Oh, it's the Patriots division again. Like, they're going to go on ahead and run it through, and the Bills are done. And what happened? So one thing I will say is that I'm not sounding the alarm bells. I still have this team being a 13-14 win squad. And sometimes losing a game like this is something just enough to be able to put this team in the right direction. And I think that we're going to bounce back appropriately against Atlanta on Monday, and we're moving forward.
Oh, that's
not
Monday
taking
night.
away anything from the Patriots. They won and they look good, but let's see where both teams stand when we face off against them in Foxborough here in a couple of weeks.
Follow-up quick question, Dan. You can be short-winded with this. Any nerves creeping in of the Patriots stealing the AFC East Division after that game last night?
Sorry, stolen.
No.
No nerves. All right.
Nope.
Well, that was Dan Mitchell talking about this game after the Patriots go out there and have the biggest game of their season, the biggest game in years.
Except for, I will say this. So there's not just one more matchup between the Buffalo Bills and the New England Patriots, and there's going to be two. There's two more matchups between the Bills and the Patriots this year.
You better hope not.
There won't be.
Would you want that, Dan? Would you want New England coming to Buffalo in a wild card or divisional?
Yeah.
Why would they be coming to Buffalo and not going to New England?
We're better on the
Y'all,
road
see,
anyway.
This
So
is the stuff I be talking about, man. Y'all got to stop this mess.
It's all hypotheticals, TD. Come on. Colby.
Yeah, where's the hypothetical of them going to New England?
So I will say this, right? Don't act surprised by week 12, week 13, when I am right. When Buffalo goes on some 9 to 10 game win streak, we're the first seed. It's bound to happen, dude. Like, this team, I know this team. They always lay an egg randomly in October, which we always do. But in November and December, we are an incredible football team, and I'm not worried. Like, we're going to bounce back just fine.
Colby, you're on your high horse. I mean, this is probably the highest Patriots fans have felt in 2 years. 2 years or 3 years. So let it out there. You didn't dethrone the Bills yet, but you beat them in their own house. Let them know. How you feeling right now?
You know, Dan, I'm hearing you say that I know the Bills and it'll be fine. I expect this. But 2 weeks ago, you were saying that the Buffalo Bills were going to go undefeated. In fact,
I asked if the Buffalo Bills could go undefeated.
No,
I said 50-2. I have a receipt saying 50-2.
You said they were going to go undefeated. And you know what, Dan? I would have came on.
I even said that we would split with you this year.
I wouldn't have even said anything to you, Dan. I wouldn't have said, don't make me pull up the receipts, Dan, because I got them ready. And here's the thing, is I would have gone easy on you because ultimately I said the same thing. I think this is going to be a close game. I think people are going to respect the Patriots. I think it could go either way. But the Buffalo Bills have won 15 straight at Orchard Park, right? They're undefeated, only undefeated team left in the league. So until the Patriots can prove that this new system can beat a team of that caliber, I'm going to take the Buffalo Bills to win. And I had a good feeling about the Patriots, but I went with logic over what my gut was telling me. And so I wasn't upset with you because you said essentially the same thing I did. But then it was brought to my attention by several people that you posted something on social media the day of the game about your preview and prediction about this New England Patriots game, where you said that The Buffalo Bills were going to blow the Patriots out, and they were going to win confidently. So, Dan, we have those receipts pulled up. In case you don't believe me, we could always pull those up. So that's what made this win even more sweet. But you know what? I also tried to tell you guys, I tried to tell Bills fans that this wasn't unrealistic. And I feel like Bills fans slept on the Patriots. I felt like, to an extent, the Buffalo Bills slept on the New England Patriots, and it proved to be your demise. The New England Patriots beat you in 2021. They beat you in 2022. They beat you in 2023. They beat you in 2024. And it was always excuse after excuse after excuse on why the New England Patriots were winning these games or why they played close games even when they would lose to you. The New England Patriots just know how to play the Buffalo Bills. And honestly, there should be no discussion about the refs in this game. Was it the Patriots' fault or the refs' fault that you also almost lost to the Saints last week and had 11 penalties last week, just like you did this week? No. Grow a pair. The New England Patriots were better. Be mature. You slept on them, and they're a better team than you projected them to be. Okay? I mean, the Buffalo Bills ended up tying this game because of the penalties that the New England Patriots were gifting the Buffalo Bills. Roughing the passer, unnecessary roughness. That allowed you to go down the field, immediately be in field goal position, not because of anything you did, but because of what we did, and tie the game. But Drake May played better football at the end of the day and was able to beat clutch and go on his first ever career game-winning touchdown drive. Or not touchdown, but game-winning drive, period. So nonetheless, I look at this game, and whether it was a win or lose, I just wanted the Patriots to be respected. I wanted people to understand that this team isn't the old team. I kept hearing, Dan reference Mac Jones. This isn't Mac Jones. The Drake May and Mac Jones don't even have the same style of quarterback. Mac Jones was never being talked about as a top 5 to top 10 quarterback. Drake May, on the other hand, is. Drake May's already a top 10 quarterback. You can argue with the wall. The stats back it up. In fact, it's an easier time to argue he's a top 5 quarterback than to argue he's not a top 10 quarterback. Drake May in this game, 22 of 30, 273 yards, 12.4 yards per throw, no turnovers, sacked 4 times, and a 101.1 overall rating. Another game with over a overall 100 quarterback rating. Drake May started this game off a little bit rough. Okay, and the offensive line didn't do a great job outside of Will Campbell, who absolutely shut down Bosa and company, by the way, but we don't need to talk about that. When he finally settled down, Drake May was surgical, and Drake May was clutch, and he showed why, statistically speaking, Drake May is the most clutch quarterback in the NFL. And the most important half of football is the second half. The most important quarter is the fourth quarter, and that's where the Patriots needed to dominate to win this game. Drake May in the second half was 13 of 14 with 184 passing yards. In the fourth quarter, he was 6 for 6 for 90 passing yards. Stephon Diggs, the captain of the week for the Patriots, goes for just under 150 total yards, getting his revenge on Buffalo, saying, and I quote, "Yeah, it was personal." So the New England Patriots are to be respected. And I think the great part about this win is the fact that the Patriots had 0 run game. Travion Henderson led this team with 6 attempts for 24 yards. Ramondre Stevenson fumbled and got benched. Antonio Gibson's out for the year because he tore his ACL a couple of drives after Ramondre Stevenson fumbled and ultimately did get benched. You knew how the New England Patriots were going to play football. You knew how they had to beat you. They had to win through the air because they had no ground game they can rely on. The Patriots were one-dimensional in this game, and they still beat you. They forced Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills to under 30 points, to a team that was averaging 30 points heading into this game, to a team that doesn't turn the football over at all, and they forced 3 total, it was 2 fumbles and 1 interception, 2 of which were by Josh Allen. The Patriots were the better team. The Patriots, I'm not saying are going to win the division this year. That's not the expectation. But 2026, you better believe the New England Patriots are coming for that division, and they showed you that here in this game.
Dang,
so
guys,
like I said, so a great performance from the New England Patriots. So good that 90% of the Pats fans in this chat threw away their Tom Brady Tampa Bay Buccaneers jersey and have hopped back on the bandwagon.
You better believe it, baby.
30% of these 5th graders that read at a 2nd grade reading level are in here thinking that, oh my God, run your victory laps, have fun.
Dan's
but
scared,
let's
bro.
have
I hear that.
But let's have this conversation.
He's scared.
Let's have this conversation at the end of the year. Congratulations, Patriots fans. If any of you guys were around, all right, for the past 3 years, welcome back, all right? Except for my boy Parks. He's always been here. Shout out Parks. Then maybe you would have known that I have regularly given the Patriots credit. I was one of the few on this panel that have said that we would split with the Patriots this year. Okay, that I was high on Drake May. I loved what Mike Vrabel brought to the organization. I'm just saying, I hope that I see each and every single one of you in here in December. I really hope I see each and every single one of you in December. Your team is in the right trajectory, and you're doing well. I just hope that you guys can maintain this success.
And what about that TikTok video, though, Dan, huh? We gonna confidently beat the Patriots. We gonna blow
And rent
them
was
out.
due. Yeah, rent was due, baby. Rent was due, baby. You already know what it is.
I'll forgive you.
All right.
Yeah, let
well,
me get my take because I'm having all kind of technical difficulties. But
Yeah, go ahead.
Congratulations, Kobe. Congratulations. You have actually, sat there all season, and last season, humbled, knowing your team was following a process of rebuilding. And the Patriots actually gave us like 5-6 years for somebody to do something until they came back, and they're back. And I think I'm gonna actually mail this to you. I'm gonna mail this crown to you so you can put it on your head because the New England Patriots are the kings of the AFC East once again until the Dolphins find a quarterback, but we'll be there. The Bills were supposed to take over and they missed their window. The New England Patriots are the best team in this division, ladies and gentlemen, and I tried to tell y'all that. Now, all these people that want to say the hate is real, oh my gosh, you're over-exaggerating, let me help y'all understand something and take out the trolling and the automatic, oh, well, this guy doesn't know what he talk about. Just listen to logic for a second. The Buffalo Bills haven't beaten a single team this year over 500. Not a single winning team. And y'all thought that was impressive. I knew that the way the New England Patriots pretty much has played everyone, and I'm not worried about the stinkers early on because it's a new coach. They're figuring it out. But I know Vrabel, and I know what he brings to that team, that intensity. What you saw on the defensive side of the football last night from the New England Patriots was nothing short of elite. Nothing short of elite team play. Those guys were all, you know how many times Josh Allen had to scramble for his life, looking, nothing open. Only the few times he had 6, 7, 8 seconds to throw did he find a tight end over the middle or something. This defense absolutely put a number on the Bills. Now, the big concern is whether or not the Patriots offense was going to be able to score enough to beat the Bills. But that boy Drake May. That man, Drake May, the best quarterback in the division now, came and showed up and showed out in the biggest moment of his career, biggest game, biggest stage, prime time, the world watching. And not only did he ball out, right now, Drake May is the better quarterback than Josh Allen. Has he had a better
TD, this isn't hitting as hard as you think with your connection and audio problems.
Yeah, no, it's not.
It's
I
like,
get what you're saying, though. The Patriots
Several
are
of
elite.
several of you are probably wondering why I'm smiling right now because I know how this ends. I know how this ends.
Oh my.
I know how this ends. I mean, honestly, like I said, go look at the Week 5 episode of the AFC East Roundtable for the past 2 years, all right? And you'll get what I'm talking about, all right? It's the exact same energy for the past 2 years. I know how this ends, and a part of you guys know how it ends as well, but you haven't been able to accept it quite yet. No discredit to the Patriots. They look great. They earned that win. I'm not giving any excuses. The Buffalo Bills were sorry last night. They didn't deserve to win the game. But I know how this ends. I know how this ends.
Well, now you're coming into Gillette, so we'll see you soon, Dan. And either way, you can't say that you were the better team against the Patriots. Either way, you can't. Because worst case scenario,
I didn't.
we split. Worst case scenario.
That's what I said. Right in the offseason. I said if any team beats us and splits with us, it's the Pats. So I don't know where this narrative's coming around that, oh, Dan, man, like he was disrespecting the Patriots. Come on.
And so you know what?
I've been giving them nothing but love.
they need a
Dan is
villain,
saying
Dan.
this
They
stuff
need
now.
you to be the villain.
Dan is saying
They
this
need me
stuff
to be the
now,
villain.
but when we go to the Senior Bowl and he has me over at his house
I'm gonna be sleeping in the basement. Let's be honest.
There's no basements in Florida.
Oh shoot, I'm gonna be sleeping in the attic. I'm gonna be sleeping.
No. You're gonna be sleeping in the guest bedroom in a gated community, all brick house, baby. That's what you're doing. And so these fifth graders got a gate code to get in their hood, man. Get out of here, fool. I got a gate code, fool.
Thanks for the flex, man. I needed that.
Oh man, that's absolutely awesome stuff. Poor TD has difficulties, man. He just can't stay in here. But I'll just give my thoughts of this game real quick. It was awesome, very entertaining, classic AFC East football. Watching that game yesterday was brutal for me. Not just with the Jets, but the Cardinals were my survival pool pick, and they lost, so I was just devastated all day. And then I was just excited to watch a good AFC East primetime game, and what a sloppy game, first of all, with the fumbles. Just, it felt like there was something weird going on with the game, just fumble after fumble after fumble. The Buffalo Bills played a brand of football that's not on brand for them. And that's the thing I noticed in this game. The New England Patriots took advantage of every mistake the Bills made. The Bills have not lost a turnover battle in almost a year, 2 years, or something crazy like that. And this was the first time that they lost a turnover battle. You're going to lose football games that way. So that's why I feel like this game was an outlier for the Bills. I'm not looking at the Bills and thinking that, there's a crack in their armor just yet until I see this continue. And they have to, but I will also add, they have not beat a team with the 4 wins they have collectively, I believe, is like 1 win or two wins, 3 wins, whatever the case may be. So they definitely have to prove that they can beat a good team because they just lost to a squad in their own division that is trying to come up to dethrone them. So I do feel like there is something with the Bills that, hey, this is something that can either spiral into a negative, or they can use this as motivation to really hone in their P's and Q's. Like, they did not have a really good game against the Saints. They didn't have a great game. I mean, the Jets are just, don't forget that game. They
Saints
just
been playing well
through that game. Yeah, the Saints have been playing well.
Losing, but
it's just interesting. It is interesting, man. I think the Bills, are in an interesting spot. But, switching over to the New England Patriots, they needed a game like that, and this is the one thing about Drake May that definitely impressed me. This was his primetime debut, and I think that is something important that people forget. When it's primetime, on the road, division game, the pressure's at its highest. Had a first half that was underwhelming. He didn't do anything bad, but he didn't do anything impressive. The second half, he stepped up. That's when the Stephon Diggs show happened, and you could tell, bro. Stephon Diggs took this game personal. And there was a new version of Stephon Diggs. I mean, did we see that version this season yet? Like, what was his season high
last week? He had a 100-yard game against the Panthers, 101.
So he was getting cooking last week, and then this was just like, yo, feed me the rock. That was prime Stephon Diggs. That was vintage, like, Minnesota Viking, Buffalo Bill era Stephon Diggs, and you can tell this game meant a lot to him. And Drake May did not just make throws in the pocket and that was like stable. Like, he made throws where, that one on the run that's going viral of him throwing across his body to Stephon Diggs was absolutely ridiculous. The play where he was getting dragged to the ground and it looked like he's about to get sacked, he lets it fly. He's getting the ball out of his hands to let the playmakers go make plays, and that's impressive. And he's definitely out there, showing signs of a quarterback that could be a franchise quarterback. And that is definitely an impressive thing for a guy like that. And I got to give him his flowers. And this is why all offseason people are like, Richie, you're such a Patriots hater. Like, I was not ever doubting the Patriots. I was just a guy saying I need them to prove it before I give them any flowers. That was my take on the Patriots. I wasn't saying they're going to win 2 games and saying they're going to be a trash. I said I'm not going to give them credit until they go out there and prove it. And last night they proved it. So they're getting my credit now. They're getting my flowers of what they did last night because it was very impressive to go on the road in Buffalo and play the brand of football that they did. They had a bunch of penalties. They had a bunch of issues, but they were able to overcome it. That's something the Jets can't figure out how to do, which hopefully they can eventually with this era of Jets football. But this is not about the Jets. It's about the New England Patriots sending a message to the NFL. And I will say this, man, like, I know the mindset of Patriots fans, and this is like pretty funny because I don't know. I know Dan's not doing this way. Maybe there's a part of Dan that just won't admit it, But I
What's
wonder
that?
if there's a part of Bills fans that actually feel like, wait a second, we had 5 years of dominating this division.
Mm-hmm.
And what have you done with it? You won the division and did nothing with it, objectively speaking. And when I say nothing, I mean go to the Super Bowl. Now the Patriots seem like they're trending up. And now, is there a part of you that feels like we just wasted our 5-year window? Now the Patriots could be back to dethrone us, because that's what the reason why I say those things is because that's Patriots fans' minds right now. They're saying the Bills missed their
As it
opportunity.
should.
We were the dynasty that dominated. We had 6 rings. We went on a little break. You guys had your chance, and you did nothing with it. And now here we are about to reclaim the throne of this division for the long haul. Is there any part of you, Dan, that's worried about that, or what?
So the window does not close in my mind until Josh Allen retires. Until proven otherwise, right? So maybe the Patriots end up having an awesome offseason like next year, right? And they ultimately end up like winning, so the AFC East. I still know, and the Buffalo Bills are going to make the playoffs, right? And like we're going to find our way in. And so the regular season hasn't been our issue, right? It's been the playoffs. Has been our issue. It's been the Kansas City Chiefs, which has been our issue for the past couple. So, that's why, I don't sweat, these random October losses, because they happen every single year, dude. We're, used to it. It's just part of the trend. It's playoffs to us, man, really. So the postseason is an entire different season, for us. So, yeah, no. As far as a window of making the playoffs, no, dude. We're going to be making the playoffs, I'd say, for the next 8+ years, right up until Josh Allen retires. And then maybe we'll have a different conversation, but it's all about what you do with it. And it sucks that we haven't been able to get past the Kansas City Chiefs, but it's not like that. We're getting blown out in all of these occasions, right? We're losing to the Chiefs by a field goal. We're losing to the Chiefs by 4 to 5 points, based off of some crazy ass play that you see once every 4 years. So you got to ask yourself, can probability ever fall into the Buffalo Bills' favor? Can the ball bounce our way just one extra time and help us get past this team? So a long-winded answer to that question is, as long as Josh Allen is our quarterback, then I fully anticipate that we are a playoff team. So no.
All right. Well, that's the mindset of Patriots fans. So, Colby, speak for Pats Nation. Is there a part of you guys that feel like the Bills missed their chance and we're back, and now we are going to reclaim? Now, you guys haven't reclaimed anything. You just beat them. You're still a game back. You said your eyes are on next year to win the division, not even this year. But where is your mind at in terms of that narrative?
I think we need to understand where the New England Patriots are at. Yes, they are undefeated in the division right now. They beat the Bills. They went out and they beat the Dolphins a couple of weeks ago. That's really important for overall seeding in the AFC, but especially in the division. And one thing Mike Vrabel did say, he said a couple of things, but one of those things in his introductory press conference was that he wants to start competing for the division. And that is something that they have done in every single AFC East matchup so far. But this is still year one of a system. Drake May's only played 16 total games throughout his entire career thus far. So he still hasn't even played an entire season worth of football games in his NFL career yet. And this is still a roster that is figuring things out and certainly does have a lot of areas that they need to upgrade going into the offseason. So understanding those things, I think the Patriots are going to compete for the division this year because we're already seeing that. Do I expect them, though, to be victorious? Do I expect them to be the number one team in the AFC East? No. And if they do, they are ahead of schedule. I think that realistically, that's what we're doing next year when it's year two with a little bit of consistency within the system, defensively, offensively, and special teams. And you start to upgrade this team a little bit with some of the holes that they're seeing in year one of this regime. So I definitely don't want to eat my crow and go off because of this one win and say, oh yeah, New England Patriots are winning, we're back. I do think that the window has closed where the Buffalo Bills are confidently running away with the division every single year. I think those days are gone. But I think that's good for the AFC East. I even think that's good for the Buffalo Bills to get actual competitive football in the division as we head into the postseason every single year.
Dude, you know what? I am actually hopping on that, right? Yeah. It probably does help that now only 4 divisional games are going to be a cakewalk.
Yeah. See, there you go.
Like that's going to be good. Like iron sharpens
disciplined
iron.
football. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. We'll see who comes out
Well,
on top.
poor TD continuously. He's having his issues. He's having power issues, Wi-Fi issues, connection issues. It really is interesting.
My guy's got some issues.
Oh
baby.
man! And the one thing
He's
about
got some issues, man.
the one thing about this conference, it does feel like it's wide open, but there's been a little bit more uptick in competition.
Dude, it's weird. It's weird this year with the AFC. It's wild, right? So you see the Chargers rattle off 3 straight divisional wins and then drop to the Commanders and the Giants. Like while the Pats have been a wagon, especially for beating the Bills, they did lose to the Las Vegas Raiders week 1. We saw the Philadelphia Eagles lose to the Denver Broncos earlier. I feel like this has to be one of the soonest years ever where there hasn't been a team that's remained undefeated and has gone past 4-0 that I can at least remember. Almost each and every single year, I think that I remember a team being at the very least 7-0 or 1 finally standing. But I mean, no. I mean, it's crazy stuff.
Yeah. Well, let's get into the Patreon callers because we definitely need to hear from them. I don't know if TD is going to be returning or not. Hopefully he is. But let's start off with James Goldsmith. What up, James?
What up, James?
Hello, guys. Well, as a Bills fan, I felt like I should call in and because I get a lot of enjoyment out of you guys, and I figure if one of your team beats my team up, then I should call in and give you your flowers. So, congratulations, Cody. I thought the Patriots played a real good game. I've been very high on Drake May for a while, but I wasn't going to chime in on anything, but I actually have been thinking maybe it would be better for the Bills if one of the other teams was a real contender in the conference. I feel like it's better for the Ravens and the Bengals and to a certain extent the Steelers that, they sort of temper each other. So I actually, I decided when I saw Drake May play last year in the game he barely lost against the Bills, where I thought he was great. I actually thought he was better in that game than in this game that he won, although at the end he did the thing in this game, which is the last minute thing. But I'm very high on Drake May, and I did not enjoy that. The only reason that game wasn't as horrible as it could have been is that I was with my Bills loving son instead of my Patriots fan daughter and son-in-law, which would have been insufferable. But anyway.
Oh, no.
That's awesome.
Anyway, it was a lot of fun. And Richie, I hope your team wins as many games as it can. TD can fan how he wants to fan, but as far as I'm concerned, I'd rather have the wins than the pick.
Yeah, 100%. Well, I appreciate that, James. I really do.
Right.
Much love to you, a respectful Bills fan, showing up even when they lose. That's respect right there to Mr. James Goldsmith. Shout out.
818 votes. So the Bills are at 33%, Pats at 30, 27% Dolphins, 10% Jets.
Look at that, baby. We back.
We're back, Dan.
Shout out to the real Jets fans here, huh? Yeah, shout out to the Jets fans that still show up to this.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's even impressive that we even have more than 1% after not winning a football game this year, right? That's impressive.
That's fair. That's fair.
Listen, shout out to the Jets fans, man.
We're winless, by the way. If you
That's
forgot.
tough, man.
Lino's up next.
Lino.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Can you hear me good?
Yes,
What's
sir.
up, sir?
Now, I might go on a little rant, you know what I'm saying, but it's well deserved. Kobe, that's kind of some BS when you said Bills fans was doing this and that. Every Bills caller that called in last week gave you so much props. They said, man, it was close. This game was going to be close. We like Drake May. We didn't. The people you should be getting on more than anything is Richie and TD. They dogged your team last year. They laughed when I said that, hey, hold your head up, Kobe, because you could have touched this. Last year I said, hold your head up, Kobe. Your team going to do good next year. I like Drake May. Who laughed? TD did. Richie, all this off season. What y'all putting the Patriots up there for? Dogging your team. Whereas Dan is saying, hey, man, I think your team will do good. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a close game. And now you're trying to come at us?
No,
All
I'm getting
right,
on Bills
that's
fans
cool.
because I'm getting on Bills fans because of what y'all are saying after the Patriots win, trying to demise it and take it away from the Patriots, saying that it was
No
the
Bills
refs.
fan has done.
Bullshit.
No Bills fans has done
Yes,
that.
they
We
are. They're
know.
all in the chat.
We know
room. What are
every
you
year we
talking
split
about?
with y'all.
Go look on TikTok. Go look on Twitter. Go look on Instagram. That's all the chat is. It's literally people saying it was Buffalo versus the refs.
We don't claim them.
You cut out. But you
Yeah,
cut
I'm
out.
calling
What
That's
I'm
the thing,
out.
man. There's always like these fans, and then like you like generalize like Jets fans are saying this. I'm like, who's saying that? I'm not.
Thank you. What are you talking about? None of these
I'm
on the
calling out
AFC
those
East
Bills fans.
Roundtable.
I'm calling
On
out
the
those Bills
roundtable,
fans.
we don't do that on the roundtable. Now, far
you
as the
do.
Jets go, like
No.
Dan
You're
is
talking about
right,
your Bills, dude. You're just talking about your
but Dan
Bills.
is right though. Dan is right. Every year y'all do this. We lose to a team and y'all think hell froze over. Like, calm down, relax. This happens every year. We split with New England. It's okay. I'm smiling. I do not mind this because it happens every year. Dan is right, man. I got much faith in this team. Well, except for the defense sometimes because they're old ass corners. But other than that, I got faith in this team. We're gonna run off and do what we do. And Richie and TD need to stop doing this little false narrative. They ain't play nobody. We play who on our schedule, dog. You do this every year, and then when we do play good teams, then you jump back on our jock. Relax and calm down, B. It's not the end of the world. Patriots did their thing, and that's all we're gonna say. We ain't gonna bitch and moan about it. We're gonna move on to the next game. That's all we gotta do. End of the story.
Bang.
That's what I'm talking about. Lino, you are the man. Thank you so much for tapping in with us.
Passionate Lino.
On the Patreon caller right here, man. You know, you love to hear it. So my boy Parks was really looking forward to this AFC East Roundtable event because he had things to say to Bills fans.
This should have been the event, by the way. This game should have been the event.
That should have been the event.
I disagree. Parks, how you doing? Parks, what up, man?
What's up, fellas? Let's get to this, man. Now, I'm not talking to 10% of Bills fans that know what's up and you know your team. I'm talking to 90% of you Bills fans, 90% of you in this comment section, social media, everywhere. Stop walking around here talking about that the Bills played their worst game and the Patriots had to play their best game to beat you by 3. Did you not watch this game? If you think this was the Patriots' best game, best performance, are you out of your mind? First of all, I never really paid attention to y'all because why? I mean, you're not. I mean, you're nothing to us. You're like a little brother to us. And I respect, like I say, I respect some of y'all. So I never really paid attention to y'all. But let me break something down to y'all. Do you know the Patriots' all-time record against the Bills is 80-51? Why would I sit here and pay attention to you? Why? Why? Dan Mitchell, don't compare the Mac Jones game to this game when Mac Jones only threw 3 passes in that game.
You're right.
And Drake May went out there and won this game. The defense gave us the ball back. Drake May went out there and won the game. And Dan Mitchell, let me ask you a question. Did Josh Allen outplay Drake May last night?
No, I never said he did.
No, because I'm talking about some of these people in this comment section because they said because Drake May didn't have any touchdowns, Josh Allen outplayed him.
No.
I said this on that last drive. Well, when y'all went up, on the last drive when y'all made it 20-20. Mm-hmm. Josh Allen, if you look at that drive, he wasn't taking what the defense was giving him. He was trying to go for the big play every single time. And that's why y'all had to kick a field goal. If he was taking what the defense would have gave him, y'all would have just marched on, kept on marching down the field and stuff like that. But Bills fans, 90% of y'all, let's not forget, Kobe even said it. 2 penalties got you in the red zone. You went from the 49-yard line, from Buffalo 49-yard line to the New England 25 in 2 plays. Off 2 penalties, man. Let's not forget this now. Like I say, it was a great game. I love it. It was a great defensive game. And I sat here and just like I told Richie and T, your quarterback is going to have to win you some games. He's going to have to sit in that pocket and make throws out from the pocket to win the game. And Drake May, this is the game that I ain't going to say that because Patriots fans already knew. We already saw. It's just that it was just on a national setting. And I loved it. and hopefully continue to progress. And I love y'all show. And one more thing, Dan Mitchell, since Kobe said something that you was talking about that y'all was gonna blow us out and everything, on social media before the game.
Oh yeah.
Did y'all know, Dan Mitchell? Did you know that this is your last Sunday night game at Orchard Park before you move to your new stadium? And remember who whooped your ass about this stadium. Thank y'all. I'm out of here. Appreciate it, fellas.
Yeah. Thank you, Parks. Appreciate it. Well, hopefully we have a couple of night games during the playoffs, so we could send it off at the right time, Sunday night. Damn.
Legendary call. Shout out Parks, man. Love that guy.
Parks, dude.
That guy's got to come to an event.
Guess who's back? Glenn! I can't believe it.
Glenn, I was getting worried about you.
Oh, he was back last week.
No, I wasn't really back last week. I just said hello last week, but I'm back this week. I got tired of working those hours. But hey, I got a few things. Richie, I'm with you. I know the best interest in Miami is to lose all the games, but come Sunday, I will still root for Miami to win. I just can't do it. Man. Hey, for Dan Mitchell.
Yeah.
And it's getting more and more like I was right. He's a game manager. He needs to be his game manager, and it has to do with his wide receivers. Y'all's wide receivers just suck that bad that he has to be a game manager, or y'all don't have, because when he tries to throw the football downfield, it ain't turning out good at all.
Yeah,
we better stay at the game manager, because he's pretty good at game managing, but don't throw it downfield when you don't. And
he just
Kobe good win. Got some good win. My last thing is Kobe. My problem with May is he needs to learn how to move to the left and throw the ball, going to the left.
Well, that's just what's being designed up by the plays by Josh McDaniels. They're flushing him out to the right based off of the play. He's not going to go out left if the play call asks him to go out right.
He just. It was like, why can't you're looking at every time he had to scramble, he was going right. They don't start sending somebody on the right side to make them go left.
Yeah, no. At some point they will do that for sure.
Yeah, but that's a good win. It's a good week. I ain't gonna give too much. My team stinks, and I won. I know in my head they need to lose, but I just can't. I come Sunday, I just can't root for another team.
Hey, that's a real thing, Glenn.
I don't know. I hear you, man. I wouldn't be able to do it either. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to root for another team either.
I agree with you, Glenn. We're on the same playing field there.
So the thing is that, like, he's right? Like, not the fact that he's a game manager, but like what Josh Allen has had to do and like what Joe Brady has had to do is like really take what the defense gives you. And it's not because Josh Allen is incapable of stretching the ball downfield. It's because that's just like what we're tied with personnel. Like, we don't have wide receivers that can create consistent separation downfield. Like, that's why you see like the boring Buffalo Bills offense running the football, a 5-yard out, a couple of slant passes here and there. Maybe if we're feeling frisky, into a 10-yard dig or something right in the middle of the field by itself. We just don't have a dude. And last night we saw Josh try and force some of those throws, and that was not the winning formula. We walked away from everything that's made this offense move for the past year and a half. So I don't know what happens, man. Last year when we had these exact same issues, we went out and we got Amari Cooper out of a trade. So I don't think that the Bills really have a lot of funds or anything like that. But yeah, we'll see.
All right. Well, we got some super chats. Josh Allen has a losing record against the Patriots, 6-7 in the regular season. Is that true?
I don't know. I don't know his record.
Probably. I would say the vast majority of those wins are from Brady. Well, 4 of them are from Brady. 1 from Mac.
When did Josh Allen join the league? 2018?
Yeah.
2018. So he had 4 games against Brady, which I'm pretty sure we dropped all 4.
And so, yeah.
Yeah, that actually would make sense.
Or one from Mac, one from Drake.
You got two from Mac.
Mac had 3 passes that game, too.
You got 2 from Mac, 2021 and 2023.
Oh,
and then 2024,
yeah,
Joe Milton got you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, you're lucky the Patriots are looking nice right now, Colby, because the narrative could be, do you guys miss Mac Jones? Because I watched Mac Jones live. I was there at SoFi. I was like,
Mac Jones a wagon.
Mac attack.
I told you this. I told you that it
Mac
was the
Jones a
Patriots'
wagon.
fault.
Mac attack.
Yeah, Drake May's better. Fine, but like still.
I don't know, man. You see Mac Jones Thursday?
Yeah, well, I saw him. Kind of wish I went to that game now, but
I know. Oh, we'll get
you
it.
saw Kendrick Bourne? Ah, dude.
Dude, that was you missed it,
That was
man.
my guy, bro.
Derek says, "Are they
Patriots.
respecting us, Colby?"
Nope, not yet. They ain't, Derek. Not enough. Not enough.
Feels good. Try now. We will show you how to win a Super Bowl. That would be the biggest slap in the face if the Patriots somehow win a Super Bowl with Drake May before Josh Allen and the Bills.
Dude, Dan.
That would be the worst.
So Dan might have to go into early retirement.
Like that would suck for Bills.
No.
I mean,
I
like,
will,
you would have to go into
dude.
retirement.
I will never go into retirement.
I'm
be
thinking
know
about
that-
your health here, Dan.
Did you see that viral thing of the Panthers podcast retiring or something?
Panthers podcast?
Yeah.
Did you see that? I've had people reach
Why
out to
did
me. Yo,
Bleacher-
Richie, bro, you should retire, dude. The Jets suck. Like, what do you
Yo.
think? I'm a soft little bleep. Like, what is this?
Why did
I'm just-
Bleacher Report cover that? By the way.
Yeah, that was crazy.
What happened? A Panthers
A
podcast?
Panthers podcast basically announced that like he's stopping. He's stopping his show. The Panthers losing is too much.
He said he
And
can't
then it
deal
got
with the
picked up
Panthers
by
anymore.
Bleacher Report, made a whole graphic about it, and then it went
Yeah.
nuclear, and then everyone's like,
"That's nuts."
Was it a
like-
big Panthers podcast?
No.
"No, it wasn't."
And so it
It
had
wasn't like-
1,000 subscribers.
Right place, right time.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
now he should probably come back because of that publicity.
Yeah, no,
but-
yeah, dude. Now he should probably come back because he's getting a lot of eyeballs on that.
Yeah.
Can Bleacher post us? Damn.
I've had people reach out to me and just be like, "Yo, Richie, the Jets suck. You should retire, bro." Right.
Hey, Richie, it might be the move, bro.
Yo,
Retire,
run a publicity
bro.
stunt. Yo, run a publicity stunt. And just be like, just kidding.
Do I get a pension? Or-
No.
Oh.
No.
You have to live off your savings for a little while.
Hey man, got a Roth though. Isaiah with a $5. After the Bills game, I can very easily see the Pats get into the wild card round as a 5th seed. Let's go Patriots, says
That's
Isaiah.
my boy Isaiah. Let's go, baby.
And so I had
AFC's
you guys
wide
as
open.
and so I had you guys as a playoff team this offseason as well.
No, do you, Dan? Don't think I
Ruben
forgot
Bain.
about
I
the
did. You
blowout
remember,
statement.
bro. The receipts are there. I had the
Only thing
Patriots as a
I
playoff
remember,
team.
Dan, is that the Patriots were going to get blown out. That is all I remember. Remember this.
Ruben Bain to the Finns. Let's go. Only positive.
Who's that? Who's
I don't
Ruben
even know who
Bain?
that is. James Goldsmith, who was a awesome
Our guy.
caller, he came in. Congrats to Colby. Your team played a good game, man. I had a miserable time watching that. $20, very generous. Shout out to James, man.
That's our guy right there.
Even
Shout out
in
to
loss,
James,
he comes
man. We
out here and
appreciate you,
supports. This is a member of
great
Bills
guy right
Mafia
there.
that we want to bring. Oh, what a dog. Just love to see that.
He's a dog indeed.
AJ, Christian Gonzalez is who everyone thinks Sauce is with a monkey.
Yeah, Gonzo played a pretty good game. He didn't play up to
He
his
did.
standards in this game, but only held
He's coming off injury.
only held their receivers to like 30 yards. So he had a good game. Good game overall.
But the most important part of the game for Gonzo is he made plays in the fourth quarter to help win the game. That's all that matters.
Just, man,
Which
I
is a
wish
positive.
Keon Coleman came down with that one catch that was so clearly out of bounds in the end zone.
I
And
remember
those
that. I know what you're
fools
thinking
on
of.
and those fools on the NFL use that as the picture for their thumbnail for highlights. I'm
Wait,
like,
And
why
so
would you do
he
that?
mossed Carlton Davis though.
Can we
Yeah.
can we also bring up the highlight of last night, which was Mike Tirico with that call of the Bills fan catching the Josh Allen ball
And just running up the
and Mike
stairs.
goes, he's at the row 10. He's at row 15. I don't know if you guys heard that because you
Dude, they were running with
watching
that.
No.
for
I
like
did.
2
I did
minutes.
see that.
That was hilarious, bro. That was
For
the
like 2
that was
minutes,
the
they were running with
Tirico
that.
masterpiece.
So he did that because all of the NFL officials, right? So they grabbed the football back.
The fan, you're asking why he did that? Yeah.
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 He's in front row, so they would have went up there and asked for the ball back. So he took that and put it in his shirt, sprinted up, probably left the game, put it in his car or something. I don't know. And Josh Allen threw it too, so he's probably like, "Oh, dude, this throw was touched by Josh Allen, dude." Don't touch it.
This is my kid's college right here, bro.
So that ball's worth something, though. That ball's worth something now. I'll tell
Yeah,
you.
I mean, that's hilarious. But the call from Mike Tirico is golden. Like, I can't, he took that. I love that.
That was awesome.
Huge shout out to Zach Kirk coming in as an intern DC is one thing, but having our guys playing like that, like they are, is another. Some big time plays on defense when we needed them to. Yeah, that's definitely a shout out.
Patriots defensive coordinator Terrell Williams was diagnosed with prostate cancer, and so for the last couple of weeks, we've had to kind of switch up the way we're running our defense, and it's looked pretty good, thus far. So.
Yeah, absolutely. That deserves a shout out. Ray, hashtag Patriots Nation, hashtag
My man.
Team Patriots Global. Look at that.
Let's go, Ray.
Where were these guys during the dark?
Oh, we're
era?
here now, Rich. That's all
I
that
don't know.
matters.
I mean, hey, man, it's only darkness for Jets, so we've been here through it all. Sergeant Moonshine, $10. He's a brand new Patreon caller. That win with Mac Jones and this one with May couldn't be more different. Mac Jones threw the ball 3 times. Drake not only threw the ball more, but made plays. Come on, Dan.
Yeah, come on, Dan. Don't put
Come
those
on,
two in the same
Dan.
sentence. That's just disrespectful.
Hey,
Come
don't
on,
sleep
Dan.
on Mac Attack. You see what we do Thursday night, bro?
Yo, Mac Jones.
I told you
dude,
guys about
Dude,
this,
Mac
bro.
Jones a wagon, man. Stop.
I saw that in
on Mac.
person, bro. 525 people watching and only 200 likes. That's inexcusable.
Inexcusable.
That is ridiculous.
This is why we have, what was it, the NFC West roundtable out here saying that they're better than us.
I heard them. I saw the videos that we were posting on Roundtable Sports, Instagram, and Twitter.
Was
Make
the
sure you guys go ahead
NFC
and
West
follow.
Roundtable. Well, so the good thing is that they have 3 teams that are somewhat competitive. Right now, we only have 2. So I can see why they beat us, right?
Well, they think they're better, Dan.
And-
I will not stand for it.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I was at that event, Colby. It was magical. And if you guys did not know, the NFC West Roundtable, they had their first ever event. If you guys wanted to check out. Now, we did something different this time around with the events. Usually we come out with an event recap video, but this time around, we actually came out with an event recap article written by someone who was there personally. Justin Morris, our great intern over there at Roundtable Sports, he joined me, and he just wrote up an article over on the roundtablesports.net. So I just put the link in the chat. If you guys want to do us a huge favor and you want to get an idea of what happened at the NFC West Roundtable, go check out this article. We just put it in the description. It brings you to our website, and it's basically a blog that gives you everything you need to know about what happened in this event. And let me just say this, man. I was there producing it. I was there. I planned this whole event. It was a magical time, bro. These guys are special. This show is special. I understand why they are trying to, dethrone the AFC East Roundtable as the best, because they feel like they are the best. So I love that we have our own unique little rivalry between the divisions. But go show them some love, and if you want to live this event through article form, that is out. Shout out to Justin for writing it. It was a great time, and it was awesome, dude. It really was awesome. Great people over there that joined us for this event over there in Cali. We missed you, Colby. We missed you, Dan. We missed you, TD. But it was
the
a
Wi-Fi?
bunch of fun. The Wi-Fi was perfect, Colby.
Wow, that's amazing. Man.
That was the best part about it, bro. I was flying. I was just posting with no issues.
Wow.
Shout out to Jacob, our intern. He was there with me, helping me post. We had a great system in place. Me and him were posting in real time. But it was our first ever event we've done at Roundtable Sports outside of the AFC East. So it was a big, big deal for Roundtable Sports. So a shout out to them. The Roundtable Sports is now officially on the West Coast, boys. We went from the East to the West. And now we got to go north. Then we got to go south. We got to go nationwide, baby.
Then we go to Africa.
All right.
That's
and then
the next
London.
place.
And then everywhere else after that.
A London event would be sick.
Can you imagine?
A London event would be sick, but you know what? Like, we got to go on it and grow our, into our fan base up across the pond. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are just 40 minutes away from watching the Jacksonville Jaguars versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Go Jaguars.
Go Jags.
Jaguars. Go Jags this week, folks. Can Trevor Bum Lawrence go out there and pull off a miracle? Let's see. Anthony, respect Colby. What a good game.
My guy. I tried to tell him when he was at the event a couple weeks ago, Miami, Buffalo, Orchard Park. I tried to tell him. I was sitting right next to him. He was like, nah, what you talking about? That's what I was talking about.
Well, we shall see. All right, everybody, enjoy Monday Night Football. We appreciate it. TD had some technical difficulties, so he couldn't stay for the whole show, which is probably beneficial for Dan because, TD would have been insufferable on the Bills all night if he was still here. So we'll see you guys tomorrow on 4th and Forever. I'm out of here. Colby's out. Dan's out. We love you guys. Hit the like button. And This is the darkest the Jets will get. We're coming, okay? We're down bad now, but just wait. Magic is brewing. You just don't see